knew no limits, and her strength was one of a superhero. She was beautiful and loved unconditionally everyone and anyone who entered her life. She was a woman of God, a woman who stayed true to her only love, our grandfather, whom she has now been reunited with. Joyce was born October 25th, 1930 in Holland, New York, and raised in Ithaca, New York. She was the youngest of 10 children and is survived by her sister Alice, whom is a 93 and lives in Rochester. Although Alice is not able to be here with us today, she is with us in our hearts. At the age of 18, before Joyce graduated high school, our grandmother lost her mother to an aneurysm. She was only 56. At 14 years old, our grandmother met a young man while at a church choir function. Robert Wright courted her until after she graduated from Ithaca High School in 1949, making her his eternal bride on July 17th the same year. Although our grandfather left this earth 22 years ago, her eternal love for him remained true through the very end. During their 44 years of marriage they shared together, they created beauty out of everything they did, from having wonderful children, all whom have made their own marks in this world, to the many business endeavors that the two of them built together. During her amazing life, she birthed 5 beautiful children, starting with their oldest, Diane, then came our father, Ed, followed by Kathy, then Dawn, and their family was complete when Ronnie was born. Today, 4 out of their 5 children remain on earth, while she has been reunited with her youngest son, Ronnie, whose life ended too soon, 34 years ago. During her life, she had many ventures in this world, one being her love and passion for being an entrepreneur. Over the years, her and our grandfather ran many different businesses. They ran a successful dairy farm with our grandfather's brother, Lynn. They owned and cared for 7 different mobile gas stations, an antique shop, and the Mapleview campground, all of this during their time in New York. In 1980, they came to Arizona to start a new life and be closer to their children that had moved out west in the years past. Once in Arizona, their thirst for business remained strong, from owning the High Jolly Dayton Nut Shop, antique shops, jewelry shops, and candy shops, to running an auction with our father, an experience that we'll always be grateful for. She even got her real estate license after Grandpa decided to start yet another venture. All of this, and there is still so much more about this wonderful woman. This woman who, when raising her own children, cared for many others, including foster children, neighborhood kids, and nieces and nephews that would spend months with them, all while maintaining over 625 acres of farmland and making meals to feed a minimum of 25 people 3 times a day. During her years as a mother, she became quite handy with her skills, from building many different desks, toy boxes, and cradles, to learning how to make her stunning jewelry and delicious candies. Her talents didn't stop there, as she was musically gifted and able to play several instruments without any formal training. Her gift got her many free trips to Laughlin, as she would entertain the patrons along the way.
We were told that she won $2,500 on the nickel machine on one of those trips.
Joyce had many passions that brought out the sparkle in her beautiful eyes. Her hobbies included treasure hunting, rock collecting, gold panning, camping, fishing, swimming, cruising, karaoke, and your reading. Our grandmother also had a love of cats, alive or in collectible form. I'm sure all of you know or have seen, maybe even purchased or have received from her, one of her many collectibles that she gained over the years. Every time we saw our grandmother, her intoxicating persona would light up an entire room. Her family was her everything, and in her beautiful heart, she saw any person that entered her life as family. She saw and bred out the best in every person she encountered. She loved with every ounce of her being. She accepted everyone for who they are and loved you no matter what path you were currently on. Her love had no boundaries, and she showed that to everyone that has entered this family, be it through blood, marriage, or by fate. Something we have grown to admire about this entire family is that deep connection that she instilled, along with her acceptance of all. We will continue to inspire and cherish that deep connection that she showed us. Over her 85 glorious years on earth, she was able to witness and live throughout 5 generations of our family. She watched as her children started their own families, and then again as their children gave her grandchildren, which sparked the name Grandma Great. This loving woman was then able to see up close and from afar 5 great-great-grandbabies come into this world. What a magnificent privilege it was for her to live such a full life as she watched so many generations unfold before her. Our grandmother had a love for all holidays. Her family would come together at those times. On Thanksgiving Day 2004, our family was greatly saddened as her kidneys began to shut down. At that time, this amazing woman chose to fight and started her 12-and-a-half-year battle with kidney disease. With her kidney disease came the need for her dialysis treatment. This treatment is what kept her with us. Her strength, her love for her family, and her heart of a warrior kept her alive. With her passing, we need to take the goodness that came with this spectacular woman and carry that goodness into our lives. We all live our lives with the beauty and happiness that she showed us. Then we will live as happy as she did until her dying day. This world would be a more beautiful place if more people showed the love that this amazing woman bestowed upon us and the acceptance that she gave us all. If you take anything from her passing, please open your minds and hearts as she did and see the beauty within us all. This phenomenal woman leaves behind her sister, her children, her many grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and the very rare, precious great-great-grandbabies, as well as many other family and friends that she loved with all of her heart. Today we both mourn and celebrate her remarkable life. As our family says farewell to our matriarch, we are left with a torch to pass. Today we ask her eldest daughter, Diane, who carries her strong heart, to carry that same torch, to lead this family into the next generations with the same goodness and strength that she has left behind.
How lucky are we to have something so special, to have it be so hard to say goodbye.